Hello, thank you for joining me today, where I will be showing you by request how to make a reusable um, and washer and dryer safe uh, produce bag. Now, this is great for those who are interested in helping to save the environment by not using so many plastic bags and adding so much to our landfills. So, I'm going to show you how to make this project here today. And I am using just a red heart yarn that is medium weight. So it has a number 4 on the label. Like I said, it is washer and dryer safe. To start, we're going to do what's called a magic circle. Okay, silly name, I know, but that's what it's called. So to start, you put your yarn between your thumb and your 2 fingers, wrap it around, make an X. Hold it in place with your ring finger and your pinky. And I'm using a 5.75 millimeter hook. So these can be quite fiddly if you're not used to them. Um, just stick at it, and I'm confident that you'll be able to get it. So you start by putting your hook underneath the first strand, grab the second strand and pull it underneath. You're going to twist your yarn and your hook a little, grab your yarn and pull it through that loop. Okay. Now what I do is I untwist the yarn, as it inevitably always gets twisted for me. And so there you have your circle. Okay, from here what we're going to do is put 6 double crochets into the middle of this ring. Okay, we're not chaining up or anything, we're just going to start right away with our double crochets. Now again, it's fiddly, so you might have to use all of your fingers to help brace and hold this down as you're going through this. But it's just until we can get enough to grab onto. So remember how we do our double crochets? We wrap the yarn around our hook, we bring it down through the center of the circle, grab our yarn, pull it up. We should have 3 loops on our hook right now. Grab the yarn again, pull it through 2 of those strands, grab the yarn and then pull it through the last 2 strands. So that's it for the double crochets. Again, we're making 6 of them. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one is 6. Okay, so now for the magic part of this. You pull this string, the circle closes. Abracadabra, boom, it's closed. So this strand that's hanging down, we don't do much of anything with it. If it gets too much in your way, go ahead and grab the tapestry needle and sew in your edges or sew in this strand. Just weave it in and out from the underneath side. We're going to join to the top of the first double crochet that we made with a slip stitch. Okay, we're not chaining up in this. We're going to go right back into the same place where we just connected with a double crochet. And be careful not to pull your circle too tight, otherwise these stitches are going to be so tight you're going to really struggle to get your hook through. So after that double crochet, I made 1 chain. We're going to go back into the same hole again and do another double crochet, chain 1 again, We're moving on to the next stitch and we're going to repeat it. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. We're going to do that through all of the first 6 stitches that we made into our magic circle. So when we're done with this, we should have a total of 12. And I think that's the last one. I'll just double check it really quick. Always good to make sure that we're good before we move on. That way, if we make mistakes, we're not ripping out our entire project. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Hooray. We got it. Okay. We're going to join again with a slip stitch here to the top of our, right there, don't get tricked with the chain. Okay. Now we're done with going in. We're going to be only working into this part right here, the chain 1 spaces. What we're going to do is we're going to start increasing, making our bag a little bit wider. Okay, so we're going to start off by doing another double crochet. Good grief, this got all twisted. Let me just start that over. Okay, so we want to pull it through the 2. 1, 2. Come on, why is it being so difficult right now? All right, there's the 1 double crochet, chain 1. Go down 2, and make another double crochet, chain 1. In this next chain space, we're going to do just 1 double crochet, chain 1. The next chain space, we are going to make the 2. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, both in the same space. Then a single double crochet, chain 1. The next hole is the 2, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, single, chain 1, double, chain 1. Now that tail's getting in the way. Double, chain 1. And our single one. Okay. Keep going. Double, chain 1, double, chain 1. So you see how the pattern is. So 2 and 1 with the 1 chain in between. All right, so we finished there. We're going to just join with a slip stitch straight through the chain space. Okay. Now, if you decide that that this is you want your bag a little bit wider, that's fine. You would just continue on making it, maybe do the 2, 1, and another 1, and then do a 2, 1, 1. That would bring it out wider. But I think this is a perfect size for this type of a bag because this yarn really does have a lot of stretch to it. So you know, you can see what meets your purposes, but for what I think, this is perfect. Next, what we're going to do is in each of these chain spaces, we're going to put 1 double crochet with 2 chains in between. So there's the 1 double crochet, 2 chains, go to the next chain space, double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet, 2 chains. So you continue like that all the way around. This is a very simple project. Essentially, you've gotten through the hard part. Sometimes that magic circle can just be pretty darn fiddly. But like I said, the more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. And I guess I can reckon that if you can't get it, if all else fails, go ahead. You can probably use remember how we did with the hats in the other video? We did the chain 4 and then we connected it with a slip stitch back to the beginning chain. You could probably do that. The reason I did the magic circle for this one is because it closes completely. With that other method, the chain method, joining the chain, you're going to end up with a little bit of a hole there. So I guess it just really depends on what sort of produce that you're going to be buying. You know, you don't want anything falling through, but I mean, if you're going to buy oranges or, you know, something pretty substantial, it's not going to fall through that little hole that is going to leave. Anyways, I'll let you all decide. So here we are back at the beginning of this row, and we're making our slip stitch here, okay, to join it. Then what we're going to do from here is actually we're going to repeat this row 9 times. Okay, so you're going to want to end up with a total of 10 of the same one double crochet, 2 chains into each of these chain spaces, and I'll meet you back up when you're ready. All right, so we're back. We've got the 10 rows of our double crochets and 2 chains finished. Now we're going to start with our edging the top of it. What we're going to do is in each of these chains, we're going to just go down through the top of it and make a single crochet. 1 crochet in each of our stitches. So you see from the double crochet, I'm actually going in through the side of it, getting underneath both of those stitches. So we're going to make 1 single crochet through each, all the way around, and finish that up, and I will meet you back when you are ready for the next row. Okay, we're back again. I finished that row of single crochets all the way through. I am going to now join it with my slip stitch. Okay. For the next round, we're continuing with our single crochets. We are going to make 9, 1 in each stitch, one in the next 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we're going to crochet chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are skipping the next 9 stitches down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to put a single crochet into the 10th. All right. So this is the starts of our little handle. When you're doing this, make sure that you keep your chain straight when you're connecting it, so that way it doesn't wind up twisted, right? So then we're going to continue on with our single crochets. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we're going to count to 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember to keep that straight. We're going to skip the next 9 stitches. So let me see. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll go into the 10th one. Do a single crochet just right there. Okay, and then we just finish up back to where we started from. So continue the crochets, single crochets. All right, now let's just give it a check. Make sure that it's laying the way that we want to and that the handles are matching up. That looks pretty good to me. How's yours doing? Great. Okay. Now, next 2 rows, we're going to do single crochets. Make this a solid handle and give it some more definition up on the top. I'll show you how to do the first one. It's basically the same. We'll start in the same space as our slip stitch, and we're just going to single crochet all the way over. The yarn is getting stuck there. Oops. So the other thing about this particular bag, I'll hold that thought. Seems we've come to the chains. I just wanted to show you and explain again. Just go down through the top of it. Just go down through the top of the chain. Make your single crochets right down through the top. It's just a lot easier. It's a lot quicker. You're not going to give yourself too much of a headache trying to go under the one, leave the one. It's just too hard. And then get up underneath the other one. So for us, we're not going to worry about it. Now we're back down here to our single crochet where we joined our chains, and we're going to just continue on in the same fashion, finishing up the other side. So once you finish up the other side, join it back with a slip stitch. Continue on to do one more row of single crochets on top of this row. All right, I'll meet you back when you're done. All right, I finished that row of single crochets. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of the single crochets at the top. All right, you can decide from here if you'd like to add one more row on. Be my guest. That is up to you. It's your bag. Make sure it suits you and your purpose. So if you find that the 10 rows, you'd like a longer bag, add more rows. If you want a wider bag, add more rows back down here at the bottom of it. Remember where we did the 2 and then the 1 double crochets here as a increase. 2, 1, 1, and continue on in that fashion. 2, 1, 1, 1. Make it as wide as you want. But anyways, this is the end of the demonstration that I will be providing for you today. Finish it with a slip stitch. Go ahead, chain 2, and then you just cut it off. You're going to sew in the edges. Pull this to make the knot. There we go. Sew in your edges, and you are finished. And like I had said before, I was starting to say before I distracted myself, was that this bag can also be used. Remember how a lot of places are requiring see-through bags when you go to like a game or to any place where there's like a big crowd. You can make a bag using this same pattern to put your stuff in for that. So hooray, congratulations, you did it. Give yourself a pat on your back, and we'll catch you next time. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks.